So businesses love the promise of the cloud. One of the things that we certainly see from our clients a great deal is the CIO who's coming to us and saying, you know, business unit management or my CEO or my CFO or even my board is coming to me and saying, I'm hearing all this great stuff about the cloud in the press. So please tell me how I can take advantage of this. Or, you know, in New York City, for instance, someone's been running ads who I won't call out their name, but they say, save 50% on your IT cost today. It's directed at CFOs. And unsurprisingly, CFOs call their CIO and say, gosh, I'd like to save 50% on our costs. How do we do that? And this has placed IT in, I think, tremendous dilemmas. When we surveyed customers on who drove cloud computing in their organization, we did a survey of about 650 mid-sized enterprise customers over this last 6 months. IT was less than 50% of that project initiation. The rest of it came from the business. And so the business is asking a lot of important questions. Why does it cost us to run this much to run IT? Why can't IT be more responsive to what we need? And in the end, we see that cloud computing begins about cost, but ends up being about agility and flexibility. One of the things we know from benchmarking cloud computing costs and what it costs in enterprise IT is in the current state of the cloud, especially in the infrastructure as a service end, if you're a larger business running big data centers, you generally are pretty efficient. You've got virtualization, you have automation, you have junior people who do junior people tasks. In small organizations, you often have very expensive sysadmins doing a lot of very simple things manually because they don't have tools. And small businesses and even a lot of mid-sized businesses can't afford to hire a lot of IT expertise. And so the cost savings as well as the benefits of cloud computing are immense for those organizations. But as you get to larger organizations, what you find is that it is really about the agility and not just about the cost. Because if you think about compute at 5 cents an hour or 10 cents an hour versus what it costs to buy a server today, that server and its capital expenditure and the capital expenditures are relatively small in the overall IT budget, as well as the maintenance, right? The hardware maintenance, the junior systems administration tasks, most of the things that really would save enterprises money, right? Being able to completely automate their management, for instance, you can't do in the cloud unless you go buy a managed service. Managed services can be very efficient if you don't have a lot of servers, but if you're buying managed services for multiple hundreds of servers, you're now in really a data center outsourcing business, which has poorer margins for the provider, potentially, and less cost savings if you're the enterprise.